everyone, it's your girl Dia here, and I'm here with another exciting episode of Opinions. Today's episode, I believe you are going to enjoy it, educate yourself, and have fun as well. So do try to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done that. So today, I'm going to have two beautiful guests in my studio. I don't know whether I should call them two people or a pair of people. So I know you guys have been hearing about twins, their misconception, myths about them, and all those things. So today we are here to tackle some issues concerning all those, misconceptions, the myth, what are the truth, what are not, what people say that is not true, you get it, and what you've observed, Maybe you've seen something that they do, and you also like to tell me at the comment section after they've said everything. So before anything else, I would like to introduce my guests, and we continue the conversation. So I'm here with a beautiful lady and a gentleman who are twins. Yes, this type of twins. They are different genders. Yes, we have two types of twins. We have the same gender and the different gender. So I have here. Please introduce yourself. What's your name? And
Wahida too. You can also call me Hida.
Okay, and gentleman.
Wahid, but my friends do call me the unscripted maestro.
I like the name your friends call you. So we have Wahida and Wahid here. So you could get, the twin, the same in it, the Wahid and Wahida. Can you tell me what your name means?
Yes. Okay. So Quranically it means one, like the one.
Allah is one.
Yes, but then if you bring it in the name aspect, that means the special one.
So you guys are special twins.
Yes,
so should I call you a pair or a pair of human beings?
Yeah, you could call us that way.
Okay.
Yes.
So growing up, how was it like being twins? Did you see any difference in an individual growing up and twins growing up? Was there any special treatment for you people?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, Hida, tell us your view first.
Yes. So growing up, I think they always term us as special and all that. So even if it has to be with sharing or like one thing, they usually give us one thing to share. I don't know whether they see us as half people or what.
So one person can share.
Yeah. So the normal person that you're supposed to give one thing to, like, you have this one. It's like we the twins. They'll give us one thing to share. That's how they mostly do it. And then if they don't give us one thing to share, but what they get us is exact thing. Like it's
The
like
same
similar.
thing.
I mean similar things.
Why if they give you two different things, what's going to happen?
Nothing is actually going to happen. But then they have this perception that if they don't do it that way, it's going to create a problem because they believe we have this spiritual powers.
Okay.
Also, I do believe I think because twins come to this world as a pair and all that, so they believe you share the womb together, so sharing everything together shouldn't be an issue.
So sharing. So you just came to this life just to share.
Oh well, sometimes that's
I know, right? So growing up, do your parents used to dress you with the same attire, this thing, same shirt? Because I can see you guys are not wearing the same thing. It could be like you grew up and you decide not to do that, but growing up, how was it like?
Okay, I think for that one, in the Ghanaian traditional context, twins at a very young age, you don't really have a say in those things, they'll dress you up the same way, so you just follow the normal norm. So I think it was until we grew up a bit and where we're able to make decisions for ourselves and then choose what we really wanted. So
they were dressing you in
absolutely.
The same attire.
We didn't really have a say in that.
It's because like I said, parents of twins usually have this perception that there should be equality. Once you don't treat them equally, trouble for you. Yes, but the other one would deal with you. So
they have to.
Yes, they have to
do away with problems.
Exactly. So
and we have this perception that any woman that gives birth to twins is going to have a waist pain. Did your mother experience something like that?
Okay, for that one, I think I can clearly say because obviously when we're born, we're still young to be able to actually
maybe when you grew
exactly.
up.
Yes, but growing up, we heard a lot of stories about our young age when we're growing up and all. But I don't clearly remember exactly when my mom had to see she experienced some waist pains or other
Because of you
issues just
guys.
because giving birth to a pair, you
You
know.
see,
Yeah.
so what I can remember is that like she actually had some waist pain at a point in time, but then the comment from some of her friends was that at her mommy is because of the twins, so it's because we gave
Okay.
birth
So
to
it could
twins.
just be a waist pain
So
caused as a result
I
of
think
pregnancy.
scientifically that should have made a lot of sense, but then they don't interpret it in that regard. They usually
It could
interpret
be
it
like you
with
gave birth to a child and you have the waist
yes,
pain.
so they usually attach spirituality to it. So
I know, right? So I'm not going to talk about some misconceptions. There are a lot of misconceptions about you guys. So I'm going to talk about some of these misconceptions. Then you tell us, I mean, what you guys hear, how you're going to address it, and whether there's truth in this. Some of these things that people say.
okay.
Get it? So what I'm going to ask you, the first question is about witchcraft. Growing up, even me growing up in our communities, we believe that twins, you guys have some spiritual powers. I mean, you can deal with anyone spiritually if you don't like that person, so we dare not go near you.
Well, I
So
think that's very serious. But honestly, on the real, if I had spiritual powers, there are a lot of things about me I would have corrected. You know,
okay.
we just easily change things to suit your interests. But it's not really like that. It's not really like that.
Witches don't do right things. That's what I've heard.
Oh well, but we do also hear that some witches
I
try to
would.
turn things into their favor and all that.
Yes.
But you look at it, I think in that regard, it's just because the traditional setup, it's like once you are born as twins, they just see you to be spiritually attached to something. You understand? But on the real, it's not like that. It's not
So
like that.
I also think the reason they attach this spirituality to us is because they kind of see our birth to be abnormal. Yes, they refuse to take the scientific explanation like surrounding our birth. So why should everybody be born like a child should be born at a time and then you come at the two of you
So
come at
was
the
there a
same time. So
moment you guys did something? Maybe it just happened randomly, but it looks mysterious that they attach it to this witchcraft or something like that.
is there
You
any
can just threaten someone
so
and
yes, I
randomly.
can remember there was something like back at basic school. A teacher, I didn't actually. I think a teacher caned me unjustly. Like I felt I didn't do what I did, and then he caned me. So I cried a lot because I felt I wasn't treated the right way. So I think the next thing I heard was that he with the other teachers they were like, hey, Atana Wapono, no, like Atana Wapono, so like she would deal with you the way she is crying, like so all of a sudden what I saw was that the teacher was apologizing. Yeah.
Bakusuro.
Yeah, he was actually apologizing that like Wahida, I'm sorry, trying to pacify me, kind of like I was sort
So
of
he was scared.
I was really amazed. I was supposed to be happy that I had him apologize for
But
mistreating
with
me.
the reason
But
he
I
came
wasn't
with.
happy because he didn't do it the right, like he could have said, oh, I'm sorry I didn't treat you the right way. But then he actually attacked it's because he believed I had this spiritual powers. That's why he's apologizing and I was
Yeah,
capable of harming
I
him.
think
You see,
to add more to that, one good thing I can see about such thoughts is because you look at it, sometimes it kind of turns some things in our favor. You understand?
yes.
It's like no one really wants to get into trouble with
I
you
know,
because you are
right? Because
trying.
I was really scared
Yeah.
of one.
Don't mess up. Don't try to mess things up for them. Just leave
You
them.
also try to
You
be
know,
good, like
And
sure,
actually,
sure, sure.
with parents too, like it's like
But in a way, you could also say it's somehow disadvantageous because you look at it, you don't really get to interact with some people just because of this. So sometimes as a twin, you're kind of living like an outcast in some context, but not
yeah,
in
entirely.
every aspect. Though.
yeah,
So that's what I can
So it
say
has
about
an
that.
advantage and disadvantage.
Obviously,
obviously,
Okay, and
obviously.
one of the misconceptions is that you have some particular foods, twins, you are not supposed to eat, and there are some you are supposed to eat, like an egg like this. They say we believe you have spiritual powers. When you eat an egg, you are going to lose those powers. How is this true?
So first and foremost, yes, we do not have any spiritual powers, but then they believe we do. So when you are eating, when we were young, like when you are taking an egg, somebody like no, 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 no. Your powers will go. Your powers will go. You won't be able to. How do they call it? Like I can't say
Your
ultimately yeah not be like you won't be able to let a scorpion harm someone again. They believe we harm people through snakes and then
those
scorpions.
reptiles.
So yes. So once you take the egg,
You're going to
automatically you are going to lose your power. So they believe when you are young as a teen, you are usually more powerful than when you grow up. That is because you refuse to adhere to some of the things that you are the taboos surrounding twins. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
that is it.
And you don't
That
eat
is not
rats.
true.
You don't eat rats. Is that true?
Yes, rats. We do eat rats
Oh, yeah,
because
you know,
what they are saying is not
The issue is I don't really understand why they say you shouldn't take it and all that. But I think right egg and all that we still eat them. But that may probably be why I don't
have the
have,
power.
have the point
No,
you're
we
talking
do have
about.
them.
Wait, that is the thing.
Maybe you didn't follow those.
Yeah.
That's why I don't
Oh,
have
sure,
the
sure,
powers.
sure.
Oh, okay.
Then when we were young, we were supposed to be doing. You see, I can remember an interesting story when we were young. So I think I don't know why he did something and then my dad like beat him. Then he went in the washroom and then he was bitten by a scorpion. You see how it happened? They already have this perception that yes, we can actually let scorpion harm people. I'm sure that was just a coincidence.
I know, right?
Yes. But because it happened at the same time when my dad didn't treat him well, they had it that Wahid was responsible for that. So you see, it's funny. So I just believe whatever they see is a coincidence because if it were to be that he just beat one of my brothers who isn't a twin and then he went into the washroom and then scorpion beat him, they wouldn't say.
I'm trying to believe this particular story because we also have this coincidence, and I don't know why this coincidence should be in this particular pattern. My kid's sister fought with a twin, and we're all scared with this kind of things. The next day, she was bitten by a scorpion too. The same scorpion.
Honestly, we don't have any
And we're
explanation
all
to
like,
this one.
that the lady was responsible for that. Twin was responsible for that. So why would it be a scorpion in this, same scenario and case?
You see, honestly,
true.
honestly, we can
It's,
clarify.
that's very difficult to
That's
tell.
very difficult to tell.
Look at it because they make it look more like you have these abilities to summon
Yes.
scorpion.
Maybe
You
it's more
understand?
Chihuahua.
But I don't know how that is
Seriously,
possible because
seriously.
to tell you from a personal experience because a scorpion even stung me
Same
myself
here.
and to tell you I really suffered. I really suffered. So I was like, so if I have a command over this thing, why should
Why?
it have control over me? Then
Yeah.
put me in such
That's
a pain, you know.
that's
but,
who I'm sure. Like they have this perception again about it that once a twin gets to be stung by a scorpion, that means he or she didn't treat the other partner well.
Okay.
Yes. So society has
So
made
it could be like if I don't treat you or you
Yes.
let a scorpion bite me, and if you don't treat
yes.
each other
So
well too.
you see that's actually
you
funny.
guys and scorpions.
Yeah, come on, that's
Wow.
actually
That's
funny.
interesting.
So society
So-
has made it in such a way that like me, I like at a point in time, I actually nearly believed into these things because there was a time I had issue with Wahid, then a scorpion stung me. Then I believed he was responsible.
Yeah, you
You
see,
see,
you see
you
that
see?
thing.
Meanwhile, personally, if you ask me, I don't even know how to summon a scorpion. So how
How did it happen?
You see?
Oh, is it like it's scorpions that like you guys? So they try to find themselves where
What?
twins
it
are.
could be.
Then why is
So
that?
they listen to all these things. If they find out that you fought with someone, they'll go bite you. They'll be like,
Well,
they did it.
You
could
can
be
put
that
it that
way.
way too, but then
Could be that way. And-
seriously?
Did you feel any pain
Oh, no,
when
no,
I?
no, no, no.
Because I
Not at all.
I watched a Nollywood movie, and two twins, they were separated during birth. Anything that happens to this one, the other one will feel it. When you pour water on, that same incident will happen to that person.
That's so fictitious. Seriously, those are not real.
So you guys don't feel each other's pain
No,
or
no,
something
no.
like that.
They don't. You are even saying pain. You are limiting it to pain. Some don't even say like they feel when this one is troubled or
The
is
whole
like,
incident.
yes, the other one too is feeling it.
You know what,
I
what I can say is that there's this strong connection where
Yes, for
twins
that one.
share.
That
They
one.
really understand each other more than
That one.
Anyone
how
else.
others will hear. For that one is I can say it's real. But say you should feel directly the pain the other one is feeling. No, that one.
That one
it's-
doesn't.
But I think that strong connection, there is a logical explanation to it actually. Like, you virtually do everything together. Yes. It's like the society makes it this right from bed. You share the bed, you shared everything, like you've shared everything together. So it is quite normal that you have that strong connection that any ordinary sibling cannot have with the other, because basically, yeah, everything
You
together.
treat yourself as one.
You see, so if you are even twins and you are not careful, sometimes you end up not having really friends like on your own.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
you are always
You
together.
have your friend
Yeah,
already.
you
You
feel
came with
I
your
have
friend.
him, so I'm okay. Like you see that kind of thing. So it has nothing to do with spirit. I think it's just quite normal.
So you guys don't have any powers to make someone sick or take away. You guys
Absolutely
heal.
no. We
There are sicknesses. They will be like, go call a twin, so that he or she will come cast out the pain or something like that. You guys haven't performed
No, no, no.
any kung fu.
Not personally, but even though we do see situations like that where someone will have a fractured bone and then they're moving around looking for a twin to come and fix it. I don't know if they are masters of bone fixing.
Oh jeez.
But it's, I think it's one of those traditional setups in societies where it's obviously like that. But
But I'm sure in the Western sector we don't have things like this. It's just African sector tradition.
But I believe those things still continue to go on because it's like anytime they do look for a twin to come and do that, it works.
It works. You get
You
it?
understand? So you don't really have any reason to say no.
That's not
It
true.
shouldn't be the case or what. So,
But there's no scenario or any event that you guys were called to go do something because
For
you're
me,
twins.
I actually did some, like I actually had the opportunity to partake in this one, the fractured bone aspect, where one of my roommates, he has had a problem with the leg, not necessarily a fracture though, I would say it's just
Dislocation.
dislocation. So among all the other roommates, she decided to let me help her with it because I was a twin. She believed once a twin touches it, then automatically
So how
she
did you
gets it.
go?
the touch of
Well,
bone.
she go well, but then I think any
Yes.
other human being could have just done it. Like it had nothing to do with
That moment were you feeling like a superhero?
superhero. It's actually something I didn't like because why will you attach spirituality to my life? I kind of
But let's
respect you in a
see
way.
it this way. Assuming all these things were true, you guys have some spiritual powers you could control. How would you feel? Would you like it or you'd want it?
Who
this
wouldn't
way?
want to turn things into
Oh,
your
sure.
favor?
So long as you can use it in the positive way,
Wait.
who will not want, Because there are always a lot of things that you wish it was this way, but then it goes the opposite way. So I believe
have
that
controlled
yes,
it.
sure.
Yeah.
Once you have real powers, you have control over the powers, and you can use them to advantage in a positive way. Why not?
So who is the eldest? He's the eldest.
Yes,
And you are
that's what I
nice.
hear. Because
But it's actually fine.
being born, at that time, I can't clearly tell whether I came first or she came first. So that's what
But
we
you guys, if you guys were the same sex, I would have said there could be a mistake. But you guys obviously different gender.
Yeah.
So
and we are not even identical. For sure.
so like I'm sure the midwife did the job well and he came first.
Well, you see, who is the elderly one depends on your traditional setting.
Yeah.
Yes. So in some traditional setting, the one who comes out first is actually the younger one, because they believe the other one, like the one that comes late,
Yeah,
is
that's
taking a
what I
kingship
know.
position, and then has sent the younger one to come and
come
have a
to
view
it.
of the world before he steps out.
Yeah.
And then in some traditional settings, the one who comes out first is actually the elderly one.
Well, the one who comes out first is the younger one, is what I know.
Yes.
So is that
So
what you guys?
actually, from my setting, that means I came out first.
Okay.
So logically, I'm
That's
the
why you
elderly
are
one.
taller.
I'm a few minutes older than you.
Okay, that's interesting. So I believe you guys don't share, the same emotions, same confidence level. Is that true? Or
Not really.
not really? Okay,
I
so
don't think that counts. In that
who
sense.
is more emotional here? Emotions. You.
Yeah, she's the one.
And who is more confident? Both of you are
Oh,
more
yeah,
confident.
yeah, for
Okay,
confidence,
that's
yes.
fine. That's fine. Who is more intelligent?
Oh, no,
Shako.
come on.
I know. And who is more, who talks much?
Obviously.
Obviously the lady. and who is more entertaining?
Well,
It depends on
I
him.
believe, yeah.
It depends.
We're all
So you go for
entertaining him.
football.
Oh, sure.
And
And his voice is on top.
okay,
Something like that.
you hear his
Oh,
voice
wait,
over
in
there.
a way.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And what's your favorite food? Do you share the same favorite food?
Nope.
What's your favorite food?
That's my favorite food.
Yeah, I like wachi.
Wachi.
Shampoo is okay for me.
Aish. Okay, that's fine. This is an interesting, moment with this. I mean, a pair of human beings,
Oh yeah, a pair of normal human beings.
Normal human.
without
normal
powers.
without powers. It was nice talking with you guys, and I hope you also loved the show and you enjoyed it much. And I know you are educated now. There are some things you had in your head that you should do away with them right now. Let's see you in a different episode. Please like, subscribe, and share to your friends. Enjoy the content too. Have a nice day. That's all I've got for you today. Thanks very much for your time, and subscribe if you haven't done so. Bye.